Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our live Q&A session today, which is all about studying for a career in dance at Walsall College. I'm Emma, and today I'm joined by our 4 expert panellists. We'll start off with our lecturers in dance. Firstly, we have Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Emma.
Next, we have Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
We also have Faye.
Hiya.
And lastly, we have one of our career guidance officers, Andy. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Emma.
So to give you a little context as to what we've been up to, this is one of our many live events to support anyone who is thinking about studying with us at Walsall College, or for people who need to support adults or young people with their education and training choices. So with us, you can study anything from full-time courses, part-time courses, apprenticeships, evening courses as well, right from entry level up to, in a number of cases, full degree level courses. Have a huge range of subjects to choose from. Lots of different areas, different ways to study, such as coming into college, you can do distance learning as well, or training in the workplace. As I said, this session today is all about dance, so Faye, Michelle and Julie here will all let you know about the different courses that we have to offer, what types of careers these courses can lead to, and other things like what equipment you may need and the facilities that we have available as well. If you do have any questions that you would like to ask, please pop them in the feed and we'll try and get those answered for you. But before we start talking about dance, I think we may have some viewers here that have already applied for a course at the college and want to know what's happening next. So just to let you know that we will have received your application, and over the next few weeks, you will be getting a phone call from the course tutor to discuss your application. You will receive a text message shortly before the call just to let you know that we are ringing you. And then as soon as it's safe to do so, you'll be invited into the college to attend the welcome session. And then you will receive further information about how to enrol in September. Most important thing to do, if you haven't done so already though, is to apply online for the courses of your choice so that we're able to speak to you and get you invited to our welcome sessions as well. But without further ado, let's start talking about dance. So Faye, just to come to you first, can you briefly run through the types of courses that we offer at Walsall College in dance, please?
Yeah, will do, Emma. Okay, so our main full-time programme is a BSL Level 3 Extended Diploma Performing Arts Practice. And this is split into 3 areas. There's acting, there's musical theatre, and of course our specialism, which is dance. So that's a full-time 2-year dance course. During that course, we focus on dance practice and dance techniques. So it really gives you a good opportunity to develop those techniques in both a practical and a theoretical way. It's a highly creative course and we work towards 3 main performances during the year, but we do have other performances as well that take part outside the college. There's an opportunity during the year that you can even take part in some musical theatre. Of course, you know, you might not want to, that might not be your thing, but the opportunity is there for you. We have another course, which is a Level 2 course. This is a 1-year course studying performing arts. Studying acting in particular and musical theatre, but there is the option there to do some dancing too. This course is great if you haven't quite achieved the grades required for the Level 3 course, because you can build up your skills and your confidence during that 1-year course, and then that can be a feeder into the Level 3 course.
That's good to know. So there's different levels then that people can study depending on the entry requirements. That's good. So Julie, to come to you next, what sort of careers or higher education opportunities can these courses lead on to?
There are lots of opportunities. So once somebody's done their 1-year Level 2 with us and then gone on to their 2-year Level 3 or just come in at Level 3, they can have a choice of going on to study higher level at university. Some students like to go for vocational schools, such as the stage schools and commercial schools, you know, things like arts education, maybe Mount View, those type of courses that people have heard of. Other people like to audition straight away after their 2 years. People like to audition to perform, maybe theatre performers or cruise ships. Some people like to go straight into dance companies if they're lucky enough to get auditions for those. Alternatives are, we've had students in the past that completely diversify and decide to go off, do things like physiotherapy. They may want to go into dance teaching, and other people have gone into technical theatre, you know, the technical side of things as well, not just dance performance.
So there's lots and lots of different careers that students can consider then. It's not just that you go on to be a dancer, there's actually a whole range of performance-led careers that you can then go on to do.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. And at the moment, obviously, it's very unfortunate that students can't come in and see our facilities at a regular open day. Last week, we did actually hold a virtual open day, and we carried out a tour of our campuses to show students around. Can be watched back on our Facebook and YouTube pages. But for today, Michelle, could you explain the facilities that our dance students will use, please?
Yeah, no problem. We've got a large state-of-the-art dance studio. Within that, we've got ballet bars attached to the wall. We've also got freestanding ballet bars, which we can put into the centre. We've got sprung floors. We've got floor-to-ceiling mirrors. We've got air conditioning. We've got another smaller dance studio next door, which is accessible. So often we can use the two rooms side by side when we're working collaboratively. We've got the hub, which is the new building across the road from the Wisemore campus. And within that, we've got the fitness suite, which we like to ensure that our students get to use that fitness suite at least once a week to develop their health and well-being. We've got the aerobic studio. We often do some of our fitness classes in. We've got the venue theatre, which is our on-site theatre next door to our studio. This is where we do our 3 assessment shows throughout the year to a live audience. We've also got some changing rooms, which are for us and the drama students. So obviously you can make sure that you're in the correct kit, and male and female changing rooms available to us. And obviously we've got the college theoretical rooms, and numerous ones of those that we use in our department for our written work.
So it's quite a lot of space then that we have. Yeah. That's great. Now at the college, we're all about working with industry professionals and making sure that our courses align to the jobs market. So Julie, what sort of employers can our students expect to work with?
We are really lucky at the college that over the years we've created some really nice links with professional dance companies, with professional choreographers and with professional theatres. Certainly in the last 12 to 18 months, our students have had opportunities to work with people like Matthew Bourne New Adventures, National Youth Dance Company, the Hippodrome Theatre, Rosie Kay Company and Motion House Company. So we don't often know from one year to the next what's going to be offered. But what all of the dance team do is we say yes to everything. Whatever industry offers we get, we definitely make it happen because we think that enhances the course that the students are offered within our own 4 walls.
It's so important, isn't it, that students do get the opportunity to experience what it's like working with employers, and it's brilliant that your department just says yes, and you've got some pretty big names under you out there that you've worked with, so that's really good. Now, would students need to buy any equipment for our dance courses?
What we tend to do at the beginning of their course is they'll be provided with an equipment list. If they're dancing or have been dancing with private schools or at their own secondary school, a lot of the kit they'll have anyway. There's the odd specialist item like ballet shoes and certain leotards, but obviously they are provided with that list, and then gradually we help to get that for them. We can order that through college. We also, as they join us, they become a member of the Venue Dance Company, which, as you will see, we're wearing our venue t-shirts. Lots of the students like to walk around with their venue hoodies and their venue t-shirts, and they have those and they are personalised to them. But initially when we see people, if they're in some nice leggings and a nice tight vest top so that we can see their body alignment and help to improve them, that's sufficient right at the beginning. Nobody needs anything special to be able to start on day 1 with us.
And in relation to this, we do also offer bursaries to help with things like equipment, uniform, bus passes. You can watch back our finance session that we hosted to find out more about this, and you can also find more information on our website. So Faye, to come back to you, what does a typical week look like for a dance student at Walsall College?
Well, a typical week for a dance student is over 3 days. We try to timetable them all together. While they're in college, they'll be doing both dance classes and choreographic workshops in the studios, if either myself or Julie and Michelle. They'll also be going over to the hub, as Michelle was mentioned earlier, using the fitness suite. They'll also maybe using the computer suites to do some theory work, so they'll be building on those. And obviously, as we come towards some of the performances, you might be going into the workshop that we have, because the opportunity to create costumes, to create props, that they might want to use for their dance shows. And then, of course, we'll be using the theatre to do our dress rehearsals and do our performances. So it really does depend on what part of the year to how the timetable is structured. But like I say, it's mainly the 3 days that we pick on. And when we set our dates for our shows, we try to let our students know well in advance, so that if they've got part-time jobs, they can arrange around those. If they have to come in for evenings for those performances, they can make sure that they've got themselves organised for that.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, Faye. And now I suspect that a lot of our viewers who are watching may have already applied to us. However, there might be some that are not too sure what career they want to go into and what courses to look at. So, Andy, is there anything that we can offer to these students to help guide them?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the careers team where I work, we're based at the Wisemore campus. We're a team of 5 level 6 qualified careers officers. So really, in the first kind of instance, if there's people out there who are a bit unsure about what course, what career that they want to go into, then to get in touch with us, really. We can be contacted by phone. We do Zoom appointments, WhatsApp video calling. We can communicate by email. So, you know, all our contact details are on the website. Please get in touch in the first instance, and we can hopefully try and help the students as much as possible. Just to add to that, once a student's enrolled, there's lots of support that the careers team offers to students. So for dance students who are thinking of going on to university, like Julie's just been talking about, we offer support with the whole UCAS process and writing their personal statements, just general research, what they need to do to find the right course that they want to apply for. So the support doesn't stop just when they enroll. It continues once they're into college and as they become a student, and then eventually when they're going off to university or into employment, then we can help support them throughout the whole process.
I think that's quite important as well, isn't it? Because I think sometimes people don't realise that the careers team, you can help out before, whilst you're a student at the college, and then afterwards as well. So you're there to be contacted and go to if for any advice. Now, if a student realises within the first couple of weeks that actually the course isn't for them, what can they then do?
Yeah, I mean, we'll always try and find a course for them at the college, but it's obviously got to be right for that particular student. We are an impartial service as well, so if that means we advise that they look elsewhere, then so be it. We can help them do that. But going back to, you know, it's got to be the right thing for that student. We'd look at their qualifications, what their kind of expectations are, what type of job might suit them. There's lots of careers resources and websites and things that we can use with them. So it would be a case of them coming to sit down with us in the career centre or booking an appointment so that we can go through that with them and look at what options are available.
And if a student maybe hasn't quite met the grades to go on to a particular course, what can they then do? Do we offer resits? Can they study English and maths alongside a course?
Yeah, so GCSEs can be resat, I think, in the autumn, so students can put in for that if they need to. The college offers functional skills in English and maths as well for some students if they prefer to study those. Obviously, they'd need to look at the entry requirements because English and maths is a key kind of entry for the level 3 courses. So, you know, we take each person individually and look at their situation. Each student will have an interview with the course tutors as well, as they're the people that will ultimately offer them a place. But if they need to do something before moving on to level 3, then again, like I said, they can come and speak to us. We can look at options, maybe level 2 courses or something as an alternative for them.
Thank you very much, Andy. So definitely get in touch with our careers team if you do need any advice and guidance. More information is on our website. So Julie, to go back to you now, is there an opportunity for students to go on trips out of the classroom or maybe attend masterclasses?
There is. We, as a dance team, we really encourage our students to attend lots of the trips that we arrange. It may be that they're seeing a ballet at Christmas and then a commercial company or a contemporary company in the springtime. Again, saying what we said earlier, we don't know from one year to the next what is available and what's out there. but every single student will be offered the opportunity to go on at least 2 or 3 trips throughout their first year. In addition to that, the companies that we started to link with, such as the Matthew Bournes, Rosie Kay, Motion House, companies like that, we often get a chance to have them in college to do masterclasses for our students. They are obviously free of charge to our students, and they get the opportunity to do that not only in college, but sometimes elsewhere. Birmingham Royal Ballet have offered us some lovely workshops where we go up to Birmingham Royal Ballet Studios and they have a nice masterclass with a Birmingham Royal Ballet professional with live piano, and students love it, so did staff. We can't wait to do it. We're again very lucky to have some ex-students that have studied at either Northern Contemporary or now work for Motion House. They originally started with us as level 3 students, and in the last 12 months we've had 3 of those back to deliver classes to our students. Not only is that a great industry link, but the students feel that they can have a chat to these people and see how it really was for them, you know, from starting at Walsall College to going on to study at a higher level and then continuing into the industry and coming back and giving a little bit back. So yes, we say yes to whatever we get offered, don't we, girls? Never say no to a trip.
No, that's lovely. I think it's such a good idea to have former students come in and actually talk to current students and kind of tell people about what they've learned from their experience from studying at Walsall College, and as you said, kind of give something back as well. So that's brilliant. So Michelle, can you tell us a bit more about the content on the courses and some of the subjects that will be covered?
Yeah, our course is very heavily practical based, but obviously we expect theoretical work to be done at the same time. Portfolio building and essay writing support the practical sessions that we deliver. They'll always study the 3 techniques, which are ballet, contemporary and jazz. And the reason why we do this is because what the industry requires at the moment. They'll study that for the whole 2 years, alongside learning how to choreograph for themselves and for others, and being able to learn how to teach that choreography and turn it into large performance pieces. We're very project-based within our choreography work, ready for performance. Like I said earlier, we have 3 performances in the venue per year to an audience, and generally it's either group performance work that they've learned through the technique classes, or it's going to be choreography that they produced or choreography that they've learned from other students, which they obviously put to an audience. We obviously look at the industry as well and the business side of it. So there's project work to try and teach them how to think about running their own business or putting on projects within the community to try and make a business and an income and a career out of it. And we look at the historical side of the industry and contextualising that into past, present and future work. I know Faye's going to talk to you about some of the local projects that we might have had in the community over the last year or 2. Over to you, Faye.
Yeah, we do quite a few community projects. We've been very lucky to create some nice connections over the year. We've done quite a few pieces at the Manor Hospital, performing there for people coming in. We've performed at local hospice. We've also performed at local residential homes and day centres for the elderly. So we're often asked to do this for Christmas or just for a certain project that they're working at the time, and that we can perform them there. It's great for the students to get that connection, to create something for different people in the community. And this builds into their coursework that they do, because a part of their course is community related.
It sounds as if it would be like really rewarding for the students as well to have that experience.
Yeah, it really is. And certainly some of the residential homes that we've worked at, the students have loved to go and talk to the residents afterwards. And they've really got a lot out of it.
So Faye, is there anything that a potential student can be doing in their downtime at the moment to prepare for dance courses so that they're ready for September?
Yeah, the most important thing is keep dancing, keep moving, whatever you can do right now. If you're a part of a dance school at the moment, then keep going. If that's Zoom lessons that you're doing, then that's brilliant. Just keep going with those. There are lots and lots of classes, free classes that you can do online at the moment, such as Matthew Bourne Company. They run a company class every Wednesday morning. You're free to join in with that, and there's lots of other companies that are doing the same. Also, another thing that you can do is just watch as much dance as possible. So again, we've got the Royal Ballet and the National Theatre. They're both two huge companies that are live streaming some of their pre-recorded work at the moment. So, you know, take on that opportunity to watch what you can, learn as much as possible about the industry, and they can share back your experiences with us when we come back. And of course, the other last most important thing to do is keep fit. I know it's already difficult for us right now, but do whatever you can, whether that's taking part on an online fitness class, a bit of yoga, going for a run, anything you can. As soon as we get to September and we get in those studios, we're going to be dancing, we're going to need to have our fitness levels up.
Oh, that's a really good point. It's definitely a challenge for a lot of people at the moment with being home a lot more, is actually keeping fit and healthy. But obviously if you're studying dance and something quite physical, then you've got to try and do that, haven't you? So yeah, that's a very good point. So finally, are there any other points that our panelists would like to make? Anything that you'd like to share that we've missed?
Yes, Emma, it's probably worth adding that, going on from what you've all been saying about our current situation, and that people are concerned about being back to face-to-face teaching, that our students have had probably 10 weeks of the most amazing online lessons. They've all been able to join us for everything from ballet to fitness to body conditioning to stretch. We've seen cats, dogs, rabbits, brothers, sisters, everybody joining with these. People have used their cooker, their chairs, their radiators for ballet bars. It's been amazing to see that really we have been able to adapt. So although once guidelines are changed, we're hopeful that we'll see everybody face to face. Right now, as Faye said, people can carry on doing these free lessons that are out there with all of these companies, and it really is a great idea for them to keep doing that.
They sound really fun. I want to be in some of these sessions. They sound great. But thank you very much. Okay, so please make sure that you've done plenty of research around the course that you wish to study. Please think about things like where it will progress to, the kind of apprenticeship, job, higher level of study that it can lead to as well, and then submit your application as soon as possible, because it just means then that we'll be able to stay in constant contact with you. I want to say a massive thank you to our panelists for today's session. We hope that you found it useful. If you have a question that suddenly just popped into your head, then please do send us a direct message on Facebook or send us an email, info@walsallcollege.ac.uk, and then we will get back in touch with you. We have our next live session tomorrow at 4 p.m. and it's all about acting, so we hope to see you there. I'd like to say thank you again everyone for joining us, and goodbye.
Thank you, Emma.
Bye.
Bye.